And welcome back, Reelman's Garage. We're outside today. It's a beautiful day. We might get some flying in pretty soon. But now we've got the Potensic Atom 2. We're going to talk about flight logs, flight records. It's a feature that they've introduced to the Atom 2 way above what they had on the first Atom. Okay, the first Atom, I'll put a shot here of that one. The very first Atom was just basically a list of what you did, and that was it. This time, we're going to get into it. It's a whole new ball game, and it's right up there with some of the high-end competition. Let's get into it. So we've got flight logs, and a new version has been introduced to the Atom 2, and it's really, really good, to a point. So let's look at that, okay? You start out your app, I've got it going here, and you go into Me, okay, the section called Me, your profile basically and everything else, okay? And you go into flight logs on the left there, okay? Above this, it just tells you basically how many flights you've had, etc., etc. The accuracy of that, I'm not 100% how really accurate it is, but then again, I haven't known any of them to be super accurate, but they're pretty close. Okay, you go into flight logs, there's a list of everything. You see the blue cloud on the left there? If Potensic said to you, okay, we need your flight log, what you do is you click that, select your one, and like you click that, okay, you'd select which one you wanted and you'd say upload. Okay, there we go. Let's go back into it. Okay, and it would upload to the cloud. Okay, these flight logs are specific to the device you're using on your drone at the time. If I started up my tablet, these would not be there. There we go. What's different? What different is, instead of just a list, now they have a little, we call it a thumbnail, whatever. That's really good. It tells you the wind, the maximum wind, your maximum speed, your maximum distance, you know, etc., etc. All kinds of information. What else does it do? Well, unlike the Atom 1, this one, when you click on each one, it actually gives you the representation of that flight. Watch, we'll do the last one that I did in Durham, no, pardon me, in Walkerton a couple of days ago. It's really, really hot. Had the puppies with me. Things did not work out the way I wanted, so I didn't upload that video. But anyway, let's have a look at that. As soon as you click on it, it starts to run a video. Okay, it starts to run live action of what you were doing. You can see where you've been with that light gray line, and we bring this into focus just like this, or out like that, okay? Now this part of Walkerton, if you look over the left, past the bridge, up around the bend, this is where I lost my Mavic Mini, okay? Somewhere up around this bend here on the top, just to the left of the stack of paper that you change your satellite to hybrid view and all that, that's where I lost connection with the Mavic Mini, and it returned to home like it was supposed to. Unfortunately, it was just after an update incident, and the update defaulted back to 30 meters, and I needed to be at least 40 meters, and I hit the biggest tree in the forest and it crashed. Took me a day to find it in the snow and the ice, and the rest is history. But I'll put a link up here to that little video there. It was kind of fun. So I like coming here just to see what would happen. And the Atom 2 performed flawlessly, as you can see. Really, really hot day. Ironically, or unfortunately though, the screen recorder of it, I could barely see the screen because it was so hot, and that's an issue that I didn't have last year, but I have this year. When it's really hot, my screen dies. So we'll have to think about something else for the future. Maybe. We'll see what happens. What does this screen recording or this video recording tell you? It tells you tons of stuff. However, it's not necessarily in sync. Okay? If you change from one feature to another flight feature, it may interrupt it a little bit. You may lose a second here, gain a second here. Okay, so no matter what I did, and I took a video of this, and I put this in the timeline with the video from the camera and the drone and everything, and I could not get it to sync up. I got the first part to sync and the last part to sync, takeoff and landing in the middle. Sometimes it would be, and it wouldn't be, and it would be, and I tried everything. I handbraked it to all the same frames per second. Nothing worked. But it's pretty close. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. So you can find out all kinds of information, and it tells you everything, like the in-flight, whether you're in normal mode or in video mode or you're in sport mode. It tells you if you're returning home. It tells you if you're landing. It tells you all kinds of things like that. It tells you the degree of angle of your gimbal, how many satellites, the strength of your signal, the battery, height, distance, speed, all that kind of stuff. The sticks are there on the bottom. The only thing I wish they would do with the sticks is, instead of just having a blue line come out from the sticks, okay, which you've probably seen already, instead of having that blue line come out, I wish the stick would move. The actual center stick would go up and down. Then you know exactly how much you're pushing forward and backwards. The other thing it tells you, if you're doing, let's say, a cine roll, is it? No, not a cine roll. If you're doing a panosphere, okay, that new sphere thing for panorama, it shows you actually the positioning of the drone as it's taking the pictures, and it does turn around 360 degrees. So I thought that was interesting too. And it gives you all the warnings, the batteries, etc., etc. You can speed it up to 8 times if you want, okay? Up to 8 times. Up to 8 times it goes. You can have a look, and the green is where you've gone. Back to 1, okay? All kinds of things. And the accuracy ball, the attitude ball, whatever it is very accurate, okay? Very accurate, okay? But I like the fact that the actual triangle on the map gives you a better representation of what it's doing than what the attitude ball does. It's very good, okay? As I said, it may not be in sync 100%, but it's very good. On par with the FEMI one, okay? It does a very good job. You can record this by using a third-party recorder like Do Recorder or the internal recorder that's on your phone, which is what I'm doing right now. And you record this and have it play beside your video. It may not be synced up 100%, but it'll give your viewers something to look at that's a representation, okay? The other good thing is I'm always the advocate for take a screen recorder. Take a screen recording of every single flight, because then it's much easier to find if something happens or whatever. But this flight log does an excellent job, and other than not giving you the actual first-person view, it gives you everything you need to find your drone or find out what happened to your drone if something should happen, okay? Yes, there is a find me function that will pulsate and give you the last known location of that drone within this, okay? And to get to that, you would go like this, go back out, and you go find my drone. And there's my drone. It's at the house. It's right here, okay? That's the last known location. It's in this box actually here, okay? There it is. And it's, the problem is, this is Bing Maps. Our house isn't even on the map. And this house has been here six years minimum, almost 7. Okay, so there we go. But that's that. Back to the logs. You're here, and you can slide this up, down. There you go. And it's off and running. This is straight line up and back. I was up and back, up and back. I was doing some cine rolls, and I was going to try and get a straight path and do a cine roll and straighten it out again. I made a few mistakes here and there. When you do a cine roll, it automatically does your gimbal setting at 0. So it's horizontal. It doesn't give you that 1/3 option. You can't adjust that. It goes 0. So if you're doing a flight and you want to have a flight going through and a loop and a flight going out, be sure you start and end at 0. Because you'll start to 0, 3 or 4 meters per second. Then you'll stop, engage your cine roll. The cine roll continue. Then it'll stop. Don't have it return. Have it stay there. Then continue 3 or 4 meters per second with the angle of the gimbal at 0. Okay, there you go. But remember, if you're doing a cine roll, it's only 1080p. So if you're doing a 2.7K, you can up it to 2.7K, but if you're, it's not going to be the same. So yeah, flight logs. Really impressed. Really good job. A few little things that could be better, okay? A little bit more accurate. The variable frame rate, I'm sure, is not the best idea, but most people wouldn't use this for what I'd like to use it for. They just want to have a look at their flight. And hey, that's a great representation, okay? The stick thing, as you see there, the blue thing coming down, I'd rather have the actual dot move up and down. That's about it. And again, for the actual app itself, okay, the telemetry, the distance, height, and speeds and all that, it's in white, but 99.9% of the time, that's going to be in the clouds. You can't see it. You cannot see it. So what we're going to do is in a little while, we're going to take the Potensic Atom 2 out with a tablet, a 10-inch tablet, see if that makes any difference, if we can see everything, and go from there. And then we'll be able to look at the flight log on that one, okay? But flight logs for the Potensic Atom, 2 thumbs up, Potensic. A great job for what it is. It's not perfect, but it's really good. Really good. I'm very happy with it. As far as waypoints go, yeah, coming. It's a flip-flop on who you speak to and what texts and emails you get back from their reps from their customer service. Some will say, no, it's not on the cards. Some say, well, it's just going to be a telemetry thing, like a point and fly. It may not be a mission thing. Some are saying, well, it could be this year, maybe the third quarter, the end of the year, who knows. The right hand really doesn't know what the left hand, and that was one of the responses I got. Basically, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, because some departments don't talk to other departments, so they don't really know exactly what's going on and what's coming out. But if you're in charge of customer service, I think you should know. Very reminiscent, remember this, of the Hubsan Zeno Mini Pro. The launching of that was a live video presentation when the customer service marketing reps didn't even know how to fly it. So you've got to laugh at some point. Anyway, enough of that. What are these? Flight logs. Okay, flight logs. Great thing. I love them. They're fun to look at. Give you all kinds of information. You may or may not even consider doing a screen recording anymore because everything is there. Everything is there. Okay? So, till next time, take care. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Ring the bell. Buy me a coffee. Buy a drone. Bye now.